Hello, my name is Philip. I work for a company that sells solar panels, and recently found the solution to a problem we had been struggling with for a long time. How to figure out the number of panels we should order if they are new models that only have a very short sales history. We could have used the sales history of existing panels for this, but our business is highly seasonal. People tend to set up solar panel systems when summer is coming. This means that we need to consider seasonality in our existing data, and product lifecycle information was not helping there. That is, until now. Because from SAP IBP 2405, a new engine is available for Product Lifecycle Management or PLM that makes the use of reference products possible in forecast automation, part of which is time series analysis. The new engine was switched on by our admin. So now, if I assign old panels to new ones in the Manage Product Lifecycle app, I can set forecast automation profiles to consider product lifecycle information. This way, I can get time series analysis results that are based on patterns in the sales history of our existing panels. For example, panel C1 has a peak in sales every May and June, so we can call it a seasonal product. I am about to order the new panel C2, which has very little history and has been assigned to panel C1. If I now run forecast automation on C2, using the profile that I set to consider product lifecycle information, the analysis will show the same kind of seasonality that was found in the history of C1. This is great but not that useful without forecasting, so I take my forecast model and set it to consider both product lifecycle information and the results of time series analysis. If I now run statistical forecasting using this forecast model, I get a forecast for the new panel that's tailored to my seasonal business because it's based on the pattern that was found in the history of the old panel. And this is not all. I need to run curve-based forecasting from time to time, and when I heard that I could use product lifecycle information for curve clustering, I decided to give it a try. It was great to see how the system came up with clusters of sales curves for my new panels purely based on the curves of the old ones. When I saw that this was working, I went to check whether I could get my new panels to X, Y, or Z segments by based on where the old panels were assigned, and the PLM engine worked perfectly here as well. I was already happy with all these changes when my admin told me that he could enable aggregated handling of product assignments for my planning area, now that the new PLM engine was switched on. I won't go into the details of how this affected our demand planning process, but it certainly made the alignment of the various aggregation levels easier. As the saying goes, well begun is half done. SAP IBP now helps me begin well with new solar panels no matter how tricky the planning situation is. Now I only wish for a lot of sunshine, but that's a different story.